You're listening to the Pastors and Pews podcast. I'm your host, Pastor Scott Sharp. We'll be settling into our guest pastor's favorite pew for a conversation about life, ministry, and those things we have in common. Most importantly, we are hearing and sharing stories. Today's guest pastor is Reverend Felicia Hopkins from Amarillo, Texas.
I can't have white privilege. I can't. It doesn't matter. Even in my position, I love this story. It's a military story. I was an enlisted soldier, and as an E5, a sergeant, I went to officer candidate school at Fort Benning, Georgia, and they took our rank off of us. So the last week of school, before I was getting ready to become a lieutenant, had been an E5, I was walking around as a private nothing. I mean, like a brand new, came in the Army, didn't know anything, barely, just thanking the Lord you had a job. And I remember going to the store and standing in line with no rank. Now, here I'd been in the Army for 4 years. I'd worked my way from private to sergeant. I was going to be a lieutenant. I was going to be an officer. And this guy just stepped in front of me and said, "Don't even open your mouth, private." And I remember going, "You just wait till next week. I'm going to come find you next week. Next week, I'm not going to just be private." See? So in the military, you learn rank has its privileges. In society, you learn color has its privileges.
Yeah.
And you have to choose how you respond.
Yeah. And I think you were so right when you said a minute ago that so many more people are finally waking up to the reality that race has privilege. Even
Yes.
white people who have for a long time thought it didn't. It does. It absolutely does.
I can go, just take me. I can go home now, put on my baseball cap and my sneakers and my Nike shirt or whatever, and just go stand in a lineup. You don't know who I am. You don't know my position. You don't know my history. And you can put me in a line with white people, Hispanic. I'm not going to be chosen first for an all-white detail.
Right.
If they said, even if they said, just keep it in the church, we're looking for a good preacher.
Yeah.
Who's from First Baptist, who's from, First Methodist, who's from the biggest non-denominational church. There's no way they come in my way unless somebody says, "Oh no, you gotta.
Yeah.
So the privilege is that you get to vouch for me, even though I'm better than you.
Yeah. Right.
But so that's the privilege. You get to speak my existence. I can't speak my own existence.